I was nervous for the wrong things, because apparently that was not where I thought things were going to go wrong. So what the heck have I been doing all summer? So I'm Adrian Edwards. I'm the Fedora Community Architect intern. I'm also a student at RIT pursuing a master's in computer science. So what the heck is a community architect anyway? I know most of you guys in this room probably already know that, but real quick, anyone with a little bit of coding knowledge can start an open source project. Project grows, more users and contributors get involved, and as the number of people increases, people start grouping up into teams. You've got kind of marketing team, different teams. And if you're the sole maintainer, you're suddenly going to be involved in everything that's happening, and you're going to be in the middle of everything, and it's going to be a problem. And now the maintainer's job is more people management than code writing. Not sure what's happening with the screen, but we'll roll with it. And if you're incredibly unlucky, your project is called XZ, and one of your maintainers is trying to sabotage you. So maybe you create a code of conduct to kind of fix some of these issues. You add a few moderators to help keep things maintained and managed. And as your community grows, you're going to want to communicate what's going on in your project to kind of the rest of the world. So you're going to need people for that. And sooner or later, you'll probably want to hold some kind of event or conference, and you need people to manage that too. Hi, Justin, Aoife, Natalie, Dorka, and everyone else who made Flock happen. Fedora is a really large project, and it's 20 years old. There's no single way to get things done. This is an org chart Justin sent me a while ago. There's a lot of teams. Every team decides what's best for them. So as a Fedora community architect intern, it's my job, along with the other community architects and really most of the people in Fedora, to help make sure that people in the community are taken care of. And so a healthy Fedora community, as you guys all know, means a better operating system for people and projects that depend on Fedora or rely on it for like spins, downstream systems, and especially RHEL. And so this includes things like helping organize community events, contributing fixes downstream when I find issues, particularly with contributing documentation fixes when I find issues, promoting news and events regarding what's new in the community, and gathering feedback to help improve for next time. So soon after I started at Red Hat with my internship with Fedora, I was helping out with running virtual events. So some things I did included creating matrix bots to help invite people to things like the Fedora 40 release party from the pre-tix ticketing platform, scripts to help edit and kind of clean up some of the live stream recordings from Fedora 40 and re-upload those to YouTube so that people who weren't at the event could also see what was new with Fedora 40. And then even more recently, I've been working on scripts to kind of grab pre-tix schedules from events like this where there's multiple tracks and multiple rooms and allow it to work with those kind of video editing scripts and things that I've been working on. Most recently, I completed a sort of in-progress redesign of the website for Flock. So along with the whole Fedora project website revamp that's been talked about previously, some of the Flock pages were also there was some design kind of previews that were meant to kind of migrate the Flock site over, but that kind of never really made it over the finish line. And so me and Justin and people on my team made the really smart decision to redo the whole conference website right before Flock. So this includes conducting a bunch of interviews with all sorts of different stakeholders, from Fedora leadership to design team, and that kind of pulling in designs from the previous kind of effort to design the website. We now have the fully finished, at least for now, website. Obviously, there's more things that could be done, but this is kind of the good enough for the conference version. And I'm currently seeking feedback on how this could be better. So there's a QR code if people want to scan that. I'll have this available after, too, if we're short on time. So what am I going to be doing next? So in the short term, I'm planning to be at DevConf US in Boston right after Flock, and also wrapping up from Flock, making sure the videos get processed and all that. For the rest of my internship, I'm planning to kind of transition more into working on Boot C, so working with some of the Ultramarine folks, basically any of the teams who are working on Boot C. I'm going to be working with Jason Brooks, who's technically my manager at Red Hat, and kind of learning more about that and how that can kind of help the Fedora community. So I'm super excited about that. The medium-ish term, I'm going to be finishing school, so I'm going to graduate in May from RIT with my master's degree in computer science. Medium-er term, hoping to find a job, ideally working in open source, maybe. And then long-term, I just want to make delightful open source tools that just make people's lives easier, whether that's live stream editing scripts or just software that everyday people can use on Linux. So yeah, thank you. That's me. There's all the emails and all the places, but yeah.